How are we, lads? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia, and I just want to say welcome to everyone that's tuning in. I appreciate you all. Welcome to the Cowboys Dolphins review. The game was obviously 48 hours ago now. That was on Saturday night. It's now Monday evening, and yeah, let's just go in hiding. Let's just go hiding after that. Gee whiz. Goodness me, we might as well just go cry in the corner, man. That was a rough night. Saturday night was a very rough night, man. Difficult to watch. I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned into the live stream on Saturday night. I appreciate everyone that tuned in. I did a live stream watch along for the game against the Dolphins, and it's always good doing those, if I'm not at the games, because I'm at every away game, so the home games I do live streams and stuff. So it was rough. It was a rough game. It really was. Fingers crossed that we turn it around. I mean, I will say this: we did have 7 of our regular starting 13 out. So more than half the team out, just about. So it makes it very difficult when that happens. You take 7 starting players out of your best starting 13. Most teams that are around the 8 and in the 8, they're getting flogged as well. It's going to happen. So it was tough stuff on the weekend. Before I go any further, I want to say hello to the live chat, as always. I appreciate everyone that's here. Hello to CJ Moxley, Jason Reeder. Hello to Martin. Hello to Josh Sami. Hello to Taylor Williams, Luke Melbourne Storm fan, Will Storm fan, and everyone else that is watching. Michael Driver, everyone else that's watching. Cowboys podcast will be interesting. Yeah, Cowboys TV podcast. So usually we do it Wednesday night around 5:30, but due to State of Origin on Wednesday, we're going to move the podcast to Thursday around 5:30, same time as normal. So the podcast will be on Thursday night this week due to State of Origin. I've already had a conversation with Callan about that. So that will be Thursday. Obviously, the schedule this week's pretty straightforward. We're going, so obviously, tonight we're doing the Origin preview, the State of Origin 2. So Origin preview tonight. Time out for a minute. Just this stupid Wi-Fi seemed to cut out for a moment. Are we good, guys? Are we good? Is the internet still good? We just cut out there for a moment. The schedule this week. We're doing a State of Origin preview tonight for Game 2. That's around 8 o'clock, so in about 2.5 hours from now. The NRL round 16 tips, that'll be tomorrow night, around 6 o'clock. Wednesday night, Origin 2 review. And then Thursday will be the podcast. So just letting you guys know what's going on this week. But yeah, let's talk about this game for the weekend. Not that I want to, but I feel like I need to talk about it. Just one of those things, you need to talk about it. You don't want to talk about the game because of how bad it was, but let's just get it over and done with, man. And hello to Will and Hosea in the chat, and the J-Man is there as well. Can you guys hear me okay? The internet seems to be cutting out a bit on my end. I might have to fix it up. Having some internet problems here at the moment, guys. Let me just check. No, it still says it's okay. All right. Well, I'll just I'll leave it as it is. It looks okay, but it says that the internet's on one bar here. So anyway, unless it comes out, unless it cuts out, all good for now. All right, so Cowboys Dolphins. Gee whiz, Dolphins 58, Cowboys 4. Like I said before, guys, we had seven. We had 7 of our regular starting players out. So you name your best 13 and you name your bench. We had 7 of our usual 13 out, and we had 4 Origin players out. We had two players that are on our right edge consistently in Bateman and Vialia. They were out, suspended for 1 game. And then we lost Tamalolo about 5 minutes before the game even started. So everything was against us from the freaking get-go. And then obviously we lost Drinkwater to a HIA for 20 minutes. He was off the field. And then the guy who come on, Tom Duffy, he went from 18th man to the bench. He comes on for Drinkwater. And then Duffy's off the field for 3 minutes later due to an HIA. So we lose Drinkwater and Duffy. And then we had Sam McIntyre playing in the halves, bro. When's the last time Sam McIntyre played in the halves? Under 18s? Under 19s? It was absolutely ridiculous. So we were kind of doomed from the get-go. And it was bad luck. 100% it was bad luck. Now, the one thing that I need to say, and I need to get this off my chest, the Dolphins. Congratulations. They were the better team. They dominated the contest. They deserved the win. Their fans weren't terrible to deal with. They were pretty all right, to be honest. So, fair play to the Dolphins. Fair play to them. Now, I've seen on social media all this shit about, well, you've conceded 50 points. You can no longer win the comp because of the stats. Well, you know what? I call bullshit. I call bullshit on that stat. I do not care, and I absolutely refuse to concede it. I am not conceding it. We had 7 players out due to state of origin. We had injuries. We had a lot of things go against us. Literally, you take 7 of your regular starting 13 out of your team, you are going to get flogged. It's going to happen. So, as confident as I was going into the game, I thought would be a chance to win. Did I see 58-4 coming? No. No, I did not. Am I pissed off about it? 100%. And I've got some more things to say, which might be a bit harsh, but I'm going to be honest. And I'll get to that very soon. But 58-4, I'm not conceding it, man. I'm not conceding the 50-point bullshit. I know the Dolphins had a few players out themselves, but when you take 7 of your best starting 13 out, you're going to struggle. And that's what happened on the weekend. Now, the players that played on the weekend, I don't want to be too critical of them because a lot of them were depth players. A lot of them aren't going to be there week to week, but they just simply have to be better. There were several players, I'm not going to name names, that simply were not good enough. And we do have another game this year where we have our Origin players out, and that's against the Storm in round 18. We'll be without all of our Origin players again, and that's in Townsville as well. We played the Storm, and Melbourne will still have, Jerome Hughes, Pappenhausen, Eli Katoa, Josh King, all these guys. So, that's a challenge for a few weeks to talk about. But conceding 58 points at home is disgraceful. Like, it really is. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to the loyal local fans that pay a membership every year and they go to the games. It's embarrassing to them to concede 58 points. I know people that went back to the Leeds Club after the game. It's just a yuck feeling because after the games in Townsville, some of the Cowboys players, at least half the squad, at least half the squad, they go back to the Leeds Club and they talk to the fans and they have a drink with the fans and they thank them all for coming to the game and supporting them. It's a very weird feeling going there when you lose. I went there round 2 after we lost to the Sharks, and obviously when you win up there and the players come back, everyone's buzzing. It's a fantastic feeling. But when you lose, it just seems to be a lot of energy kicked out of you, and it's difficult. It really is difficult. But I believe, and again, like I might be wrong about this, and this is just how I feel. I genuinely believe if you concede 50 points and you're a member and you go to like all the home games, then you should be able to get in for free next game. I reckon the club should come out and be like, you know what? We let the fans down. We had an embarrassing game that was diabolical. We're going to let the members in for free this game, and they can use their membership on another game later in the year. I just think if you can see 50 points, there needs to be a reward to the fan, because the fans, without the fans, there is no atmosphere, there is no excitement, there is no home crowd advantage. I just think that the club should do something and reward the fans for going through an absolute shit show of a game. Like, imagine this, right? Imagine if you're a fan, right? You save up your money throughout the year, or you plan a trip to go to a game. Imagine if you flew up like 3 or 4 hours and you went to this game on the weekend and you watched them get absolutely destroyed, 58-4. You'd almost be in tears. You'd almost be upset. And, it definitely upsets me. It definitely pisses me off when I go to a game away and we get flogged. Like, it shits me off. It shits everyone off. But a home game, 58-4, feel like you should reward the member. But what do I know? I'm just giving you my opinion. But that game on the weekend was diabolical, man. Everyone played bad. There was maybe 3 or 4 players from the Cowboys that can put their hand up and say they had a good game. I thought Caden Lars on debut, thought he was very strong off the bench. I thought Harrison Edwards had a good game in the middle, played a lot more minutes than what he normally would have due to Origin players being out and Tamalola getting injured. So Edwards had to play more minutes. I thought Kai O'Donnell tried really hard for us in the back row. Obviously, defensively, he'd be filthy with some of those missed tackles, but thought he just didn't. I thought he never gave up. He kept trying. And I guess the other one is Murray Talangi. I thought he tried really hard on the weekend. Everyone else was all over the place, man. Like Purdue and Clifford as a halves pairing just didn't work. Now, Todd Payton's going to make a big call tomorrow. He's going to make a big call. Do you stick with Purdue in the halves with Dearden, or do you go back to what was working and you go Dearden, Clifford in the halves, Purdue back to the centers where he was really killing it? It's a big headache. It's a big decision. I know people are going to probably laugh at Todd if he does go back to Clifford and Dearden, but Dearden and Clifford was working as a combination. You might as well just go back to what was working. And this whole Purdue experiment in the halves, I'm happy to see it play out next year and you get a full year of it. I think that'd be the best way to do it. No point changing the halves now, this late in the year, at the halfway mark, and then all these new combinations are going to take time to gel, and it's just a whole muck around. So I'd be doing that. I think Purdue is going to be a great half one day, and he is a fantastic young player, man. He's a freak, but He's not ready for the halves, I don't think. I think he's a center. Right now, he's a center. I think if he plays halves next year and the year after that, then he'll be developed more, and him and Dearden will have a very lethal combination. I just don't know if it's going to work right now for the rest of the year because we're not really getting results with it. So we'll see what happens, but I'm hoping to see Clifford in the starting halves tomorrow with Dearden. I think our Origin players will back up, considering our form and considering where we are on the ladder. I think we're now 1 point out of the 8. If we win this weekend, we'll go back in the 8. If we beat the Roosters on Sunday, and I think if another result goes our way, if Panthers lose, which they probably will, because the Warriors are playing a full strength team, and the Panthers players are not backing up from Origin because it's over there in New Zealand. But yeah, fingers crossed that everything goes to plan this weekend. We've got the Roosters at Allianz. I'll be down there in Sydney. Looking forward to flying down there. Looking forward to it. Roosters is always, I mean, it's not really the Roosters thing, but like Allianz Stadium, I love going there. It's one of my favorite stadiums. We get everyone back except for Taumalolo, and I'm fairly confident. I think we get everyone back from Origin, Cotter, Nanai, Robson, Dearden, Bateman, Vilea, they're all back. So you won't see 58-4 again this weekend, I guarantee it. But awful game on the weekend. Awful game. I mean, very happy for Caden Lars to debut. Thought he looked good. Happy for a few other players that were able to play more minutes, like Harrison Edwards, Kai O'Donnell, all these other guys. But yeah, looking forward to this weekend. But yeah, look, guys, that's going to wrap it up, I think. Not much more to say, man. 58-4, probably the most disgusting performance I've seen in a while. Hopefully that doesn't happen again this year, because if it happens again this year, you won't see this side of Nick from Australia. You will see a very angry side of Nick from Australia, and I may unleash. So hopefully it doesn't happen again this year. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. Like I said earlier, I'll be live later on tonight in about 2.5 hours for my Origin 2 preview. So if you want to see who I'm picking for Origin 2, my predictions for that, make sure you tune into that one later on. Anyway, we're out of here. Fuck that Cowboys-Dolphins game on the weekend. And, yeah, see you in the next one. Like and subscribe.